All right, well, we are mocking up our turbo stuff. We got all these manifolds and headers and everything else laying around.
First thing is, though, we was going to buy the kit, which is $600, to put everything bolt on there. So we were out the swap meet yesterday, and they had the same turbo laying out there. Dude had it, wanted $50 for it, brand new. Offered him 40, took it. Thank you, sir. They live out in Mills River. Not sure what the guy's name is, but I told him we'd show him putting it on here. So hats off to them guys. They're good guys. And so he sold us that turbo. So
which is right here.
Yeah.
Let me show you the turbo real quick.
Yeah.
Right there's a turbo.
Good enough. Got the pop-off valve and stuff. I mean the release for everything valve right there. So we decided just to go true skull and make every damn piece of it and show y'all how to do it. I bought that hat probably 8 years ago. The guy had a bunch of. I bought some of them silicone fits. I've been wanting to do turbo shit for a long time, but we got all kind of shit laying everywhere. But we're gonna make exhaust and just make every piece of it. Justin said, "Well, we'll buy the exhaust. We got the turbo. We'll just buy the exhaust. It's like $200, so we're gonna do it for as cheap as we can." That hat's one of the highest dollar pieces you can find. I think I give $20 to $25 for that hat years ago. I said,
"It's a nice one too."
Yeah. So we're gonna do it on cheap. We're gonna do it skull, and you'll do it right along with us. So we'll put this bad boy on there. And thank you guys for hooking us up with that turbo. We've been trying to figure it out. We was walking around swap meet yesterday and was left, got something to eat and come by. I was like, "We gotta go back there and get that thing." I said, "We need to make that work." And I told Justin what size it was, and he's like, "It sounds like the same size that we was going to order." I was like, "Cool. Here we go."
It's a T3 T4 60mm.
So we're gonna mock it all up on the motor just like it is, the way the motor sets in there, and get all our shit fixed, and then we'll just be able to put it right on there.
Oh yeah, we're actually gonna mock it all up and start it.
Check it out. And the same guys had a welder sitting there, a good welder. We've been needing. We ain't got no welder, and y'all know that. And they had a good welder sitting there, and the dude said he carried around his race car trailer all the time. It worked good, and it's a big welder with the gas and everything on it. He said, "Well, since you bought all this, they had a whole thing full of shocks." Mopar shocks, found a whole set of shocks for the ramp.
For an 89 D350 ramp truck, out of all the shocks they had.
No parts stores anywhere had them, and they got Mopar stamped on the side of them. We tried them, they fit just fine and worked like a champ. So anyway.
$5 a piece.
We helped him move his tent, and dude said, he said, I'll give you one. He said, "I'll give you a set for helping us move and stuff." So I was like, "Nah." So I got 2 sets, so I bought 1 set, and then he gave me one set. And come back a little later, and he was like, "Dude, that was a blessing, me giving you that set of the shocks." He said, "I sold every one of them." He said, "They bought every one of them. I come back and got every one of them." He said, "I don't have to tote them around no more." But anyway, so he had that welder, and he said, "Well, you bought all this other stuff." And he said, "I'll take 50 for that welder right there." Me and Justin ain't got shit, so I had $50 more in my pocket, so I bought that welder. And now we got a welder, and we can make her shit. So
yeah, because of him, we've got the turbo and the welder to build our turbo setup for the Suburban.
Yeah, now we can cut the shit and make it. Got a new blade from a bandsaw, went by Hard got us some welding gloves, so now we can do it ourselves and don't have to worry about nothing. We can tote that welder around. It's a good welder, made out of good stuff, so it'll weld everything we need to weld. And if we need something weld super duty, Mr. Kerry Fox has got the mean stuff over there. So
he's got the mean equipment and the know-how.
Yeah, he got the know-how, so we can actually fix stuff and build stuff now. We got us a welder and didn't have to spend a ton of money, which we didn't have. We waited a long time to buy. I was going to buy one for over at Harbor Fort. It was like $180, and shoot, dude, they hooked us right up. And
yeah, the one you got the swap meet's way better than the Harbor Freight
they're
ones.
just good racing guys, and that's what they understand. What a swap meet is get rid of it. Some people out there was crazy with prices, and I don't understand why they price some stuff the way they do, but it's just insane. They think it's a new meet instead of swap meet. A few people said they want to show us all this, that they don't know how to do it, so we're going to show you every piece. So first thing, you just get you a crap load of exhaust. This is stuff we've got at the junkyard. We've got collected piece of exhaust. I'm going to take the exhaust and mufflers out from out of this thing. That gives us about 30-foot pipe. So.
Yeah, not to mention all we got laying. We got all kinds of tubing laying back there.
And we're going to kind of mock it up and let you see it as we go along. But you'll see it, learn just like we do, because we don't have a clue, but we're fixing to learn.
Oh, it can't be that complicated if we're only making 5-6 pounds of boost.
Yeah, it'd make 5, 6, 7 pounds.
We got an intercooler. Dad's got an intercooler come out of a Dodge up there.
Dodge, a big intercooler right up there. I got a little aluminum thick one, and I got that one.
Oh, the aluminum thick one's in a little trailer thing.
It's about that big. It's a race car aluminum, pretty thick, pretty big. We was gonna put it on Colton's truck, but never did work all that out. So that right there, I don't know if the front end will shut and clear that thing, but it needs intercooler on it, make better power. But I got 2 of them out of the junkyard 5 or 6 years ago. I was like, hell, those are cool intercooler. We're gonna learn this thing. So,
but this is the plan. See, turbo is gonna go Full turbo up there.
This is the set of shorties off of Colton's S10.
Yep.
They got a smaller flange and stuff on them, and they make these shorties right here. We bought these a long time ago somewhere, 4 or 5 years ago. And figured those right there, see how nice them turn, come right up by the valve covers and turn out. Was going to use this one, but they're not quite going to work. So, and those right there drop back there at the back, and they're all shorty headers, but they got a real small flange. Most of them are 3 inch. It's just like 2.5. So, might want to think about that. So, but anyway, so we're going to turn that.
Let me start at the other side, then I'll work my way over here.
Yeah, we just flipped it upside down, put this one over here, but you can see the turbo is going to go.
Yeah, hold on, I'll show you where the turbo's going to sit.
It's going to sit just like that right there.
Yep.
There's that air in it right there.
Going to have a 90 that comes out, comes over here. There's going to be a tube that comes from down there, from the other header, over, up, joins into that tube that 90s, goes right in here to the exhaust, which will be like that. The exhaust comes in, it'll be just like that. Yeah. And then in,
air in, air out, exhaust out, exhaust in.
Yep.
And then if we want to, we can run a damn, if we got it like this, we already got an oil line, all that shit set up. Run a return right here, back down. I'm going to run an electric fuel pump on it where it needs more pressure. I'm going to run this line in and line out. Well, we may have to turn this where the oil's, I don't guess it's oil. And the oil line will return will go right straight in your block off plate for a fuel pump. I'm going to thread it and put me a little fitting in there, and it'll run right down there to it.
Yep.
And then if you want to put exhaust on it, you come right here and you can run it right down through there and right on the back, right on the side of the truck. Put a little turbo on it, it should be like.
Yep. Let me show the other side. So this side is a shorty
If it ain't
header.
loud, we ain't gonna put shit on it for exhaust.
I don't think it'll be loud because it's going to be, all that exhaust is going to be getting used up. But see over here on the other side, this is a GM original manifold. See that part number right there? GM 1409365 LH.
And I was worried about offsetting the balance and just said it don't matter if you use that manifold in a header or whatever it takes.
Yeah, it ain't like drag racing where you want equal header length. It's just all we're doing is cramming exhaust to spin that thing up. That's all we're doing.
Yeah.
So whether it comes from this side or that side, or
You might have a bunch of nicer ways to do it, but we're going to show you how to do it for
on the cheap.
cheap as it cheap.
Cheap,
as a bird.
cheap.
So we're in $40, so we're going to keep us a total. So we get about 25 for that, 4, 5, 6, and.
Probably about $200 total when you're done. But this one, see, it's going to come out right here, come out right there, go across in front of the oil pan, then come up right there in front of the starter. We're going to put a mini starter on it. We got plenty of clearance now, but we're still going to put a mini starter on it. Come up and
Run right up beside this. We'll cut us some bends and shit.
Oh, I'm going over there so you can see.
It should come right up through that hole right there. Oh, there's my rag. It's a good oil rag. I use it for a hole plugger. Yeah. But anyway, come right up through there and turn right here. Connect into here. Another piece here coming out and turning into the turbo flange right here, and they'll be both connected, and all the exhaust will be right here, going into one.
Yep.
That's the plan.
That's the plan.
So we have not got it made yet, but we have our piece for our flange. We're going to cut that and get that ready to go.
Yeah, let's just start finding pieces. Let's just use that 90 piece that come off that other one. It's already.
Well, we can use a piece. We can use that piece that come off there. It's got the flange.
Yeah, it's a
got
3.
The right size flange. No, that's not a 3. That's a 2.5.
No, I mean that one over there. Ain't that a?
The one that come off. Oh yeah, the other one's the same. They come off Colton's truck. Yeah, we got 2 pieces. It's the same. So anyway, we'll do a little figuring and come back here in a little bit and see if we get any closer. But we do got a welder. We can make spark. We can connect shit and.
Turn 2 pieces of metal to 1 piece of metal.
Yeah, we got a bandsaw, so yeah, we'll make this shit, dude.
This is gonna be cool. We ain't never turboed nothing.
We ain't cut the first piece. It might not work worth shit.
It'll work. If it don't, the motor will do just fine without a turbo, but it'll work.
And what I was telling you, there you go, 30-inch kennel grill covers. Walmart, we found them. We bought 3 last year.
Engine covers right there.
In the summertime, go over there. These things will be $2 or $3 or something like that. Get you a few good engine covers.
Yep, work like a champion.
Yep.
All right, we got this piece. The welder is a flux core wire welder. So we got it welded, had to grind it back down. And right here is where the other piece is going to come out. Come out, go down right through there, cross over the oil pan, and go into the other manifold over here. And Dad's cutting another piece for it right now. Well, that should work. We're just kind of tacking everything together. Then when we get gas for the welder, we'll get rid of the flux wire and go with the regular wire. Really welded and good. I mean, it ain't terrible. Thing works good. It's cool. It's cool to be able to take two pieces of metal and just stick them together and test fit everything. Dad's up here in our fabrication shop. In the fab shop.
You ever seen such a mess? We're getting it. Here's just that right there is just a piece of muffler that was on there with the flange. This right here's a tailpipe, just like that. And then we're piecing the rest of it together. Cut this off just a little bit. Trim it, we can trim this just a little bit.
Yeah, well, I was going to round it around so it would go slide up in there a little further.
A little bit like that.
Yeah, we can just cut that other lip off right there.
Yeah. We can look down there at the bottom and see where it's going to be.
Alright, we crawled under there. Alright, well, I need to mark this, so we need to cut that right. Cut that right there. See, it'll go from there to right there. See what we're doing, people? This will come out, turn, right up to it, and it will be good.
Yeah.
Cut it like that. That's going to be cut on a little bit of a slant.
How much is slant?
Well, I marked it as a slant.
Put the slant mark on it?
Yeah.
Oh, okay. There you go. If you want to test your muffler fit, give you some. This is duct tape.
But yeah, see that right there? Puts all that right down through there. That'll hold that in place for us. Actually, it needs to be about like that. 4 inches of flex. All right, there we go. From this manifold down to that, runs across. We're going to put a flex elbow right here, going to this other one, splice in with the other header over there, and run into the exhaust part which spins the turbo.
So run into one pipe.
Yep, run in there and join together. Made out of cobbled up junk. Look at that, folks. I mean, look at it. It's like they're dead in line if you actually get over here and see. The beauty part of it is, see, they're not exactly 100%. I can wiggle them. See that right there? That pivots. I can tighten it up, get them wherever I want. Bam. And that way we got a piece of flex in our system.
We have to go check our flex, see what they got. I ain't never checked them at the store, see what they got.
But see, both of these is the same diameter tube, so it'll go from that to that.
We need to measure it. Somebody said if it's 2 inch, I think it's 2 inch.
Yeah, we'll take a piece with us. We cut enough of it off to bring with us.
Yeah, we got pieces everywhere.
But man, that looks good.
That muffler bomb went off out here.
But that is going to work. So we can do that and make a flange for our,
Turbo.
yeah, for the turbo. Then we can start the Suburban and watch it spool.
Yeah, fucking, that's some bitch right there. Building exhaust is the hardest fucking part of a turbo. It may not be perfect, may not be equal.
Oh, who cares?
Or whatever, but it's Suburban.
Yeah, it's the Turburban.
Let's go. Ah,
The shippy bourbon. Oh, it's going to be cool.
Look out, Colt.
This isn't for racing. This is for just grunt to pull.
Yeah, just give it a little power, yeah.
We're going to do that. Then we're going to fix the rear leaf springs, put new leaf springs on it. Maybe put helper springs on the front, do something. Pepper back up again.
She'll be ready for winter, though.
Oh, yeah. Got a 650 double pumper I'm going to put on it. I'm going to build a blow-through carburetor for it. And I think it's going to work. It's so cool because it's something we've never done before. Yeah, but special shout out to all the people on YouTube that were giving us tips. All right, there it is. That's how it's going to work.
Yep, the flange will be welded to that. The match this, bolt it right on like that. Air goes right across to the hat. Air comes in the front, and the exhaust can drop right down on the truck, and boom.
Yep. And we may still be able to run an intercooler. We don't know yet.
Yeah, I don't know about the intercooler. We'll see. It probably needs an intercooler, but
If we can find that little one, it's in the building. It's in that trailer. I know it is.
yeah, that little one take a shitload more tubing though.
Yeah, it would. We'll see what it does with that one. Then we can always add one later. Let's wrap it up.
You gotta get one of them C-clamps. That's how damn hot all parts. That little piece of shit. Yeah, we run that sucker right out there and turn it right out. Just
Won't be long till we end up putting like a hydraulic roller in this thing.
something to show people we just don't crap stuff together. We got all shit.
No, we will continue. Even if we had $1 million, we still crap it together.
We do it the way we do it, boys. That's for ass, baby.
We may be cobbling stuff together, but at least it's going together.
Yeah, it'll be done. It'll be done. Everybody else, a lot of people still be talking, dreaming and wishing and hoping.
Yep. So get out there and do it.
Yeah, they don't build their damn self. Most of you watching now are.
Oh yeah, the people that.
A lot of people watch this channel and get it on, and they're learning and doing stuff, and they get back out there working on their shit. There's some damn cool people out there watching. So.
Yeah, man, everybody watches is awesome. Alright, drove the truck right here today. Putting final welds and stuff on the exhaust, filling in cracks, stuff like that, and just trying to get all the exhaust figured out. Well, I say exhaust, but see, gap like that. Just filled it in. Didn't have a hole saw. It was cut, so we took a cutting wheel and cut a circle in there as best we could. That's it. And then Dad took a die grinder and rounded it out. Still ain't quite figured out how we're going to make our flange. We bought this piece of flex hose. It sucks. The flex exhaust sucks. That's what I'm saying. You got to have a flange. If you can find a flat spot in there, we could put a coupler or something and hose clamp it. So I'm making the pieces for this to go down to connect that other piece over there. We had it all mocked up. We ended up having to change it a little bit because things didn't quite go.
We had it figured out, and we didn't have it figured out.
We had it duct taped together, and duct tape was not 100% accurate. It wasn't solid. So.
Damn it. Shit gets hot, it moves.
Yeah, so I'm just.
Ain't that worse than flexible duct tape.
Yeah, terrible. We're just filling these cracks and grinding them down.
I'm just going to cut this some bitch and make a piece.
Do it.
I can't take it up. Doesn't get it welded up over there. And saw my little exhaust dilemma. It may be a tip for y'all might not know this, but anyway, I need a flange where I can bolt and unbolt this stuff. This right here is all for regular headers. Those are 3-inch. If you haven't got any shorties, like these little dudes right here, and you'll notice if you try to put a 3-inch on this, that right there is not 3-inch, that's 2.5. So if you run around and you can't find any of that 2.5 flange or anything that'll bolt on these little shorty headers, or have to order them and shit and spend a bunch of money, it's these right here. That right there is a stock manifold flange right there. Off of any exhaust or in the junkyards all over the place. Right there it is. I'm fixing to cut that off and I'll show you how to fit. Those are all 2.5. You can use that flange, but everybody at junkyards these things will cut them off down here just as quick under the oil pan. They'll throw this whole thing out. So if you see these at the junkyard, scavenge them up because this little flange right here is what you need. And that's the way it'll look right there. And they'll bolt right on these. I'll show you. Right there. There it is. And you got some of the new shorty headers that's got the little donut like piece. It'll slide right in that just like it's supposed to instead of having to buy one. Put that right there. We'll bolt right up just like that. It's a perfect fit. Holes will line up just fine all day long for you shorty headers. Everybody says it won't, but horse shit it will. So there you go. A cut wheel in about 1 minute. Cut them right off. There you go, there's the flange right off of it. You see right here, you put a donut in between it and you can bolt them right together. Just like that. And that's how I'm going to fix that. That's how I'm going to fix it, but there you go. See how these are made? That's how they're making the new style headers. You see all the shorty headers, a lot of them have this shit on there. Ford started that shit and they're all making them now, so. You got that right there, you don't even need a donut, you just go boop. And that'll get you a little farther down off the exhaust to get you started anyway.
Not all of them is exactly the same.
I sat there and run my damn mouth. Look at this. And this one's off of the late model S10, but look at them. They're not the same, so I read nig it. But this right here is what they use on all the little headers, shorties and stuff. This is the one that's off that manifold right there, the old manifold right there. You see the matchup. So, cut that bitch off.
You gotta try to bolt them both together before you cut that off.
Huh?
Oh, all right, yeah.
Rachel, see that?
All right, well, this is done.
See, I'm mad enough to admit I was wrong. I thought they was all the same. Some bitch, I took it off and I told Justin, I was like, damn it, where's that other flange? And it's right there.
Yep.
So, late model S10 is a little bigger. It fits the same size pipe though. The hole in the middle is the same. But the flange part and the bolt pattern is a little diff. Learn something every damn day.
It's not the prettiest thing in the world, but it'll hold together.
Shit, you tell me it ain't pretty. A little black paint, that'll be sexy up in hell.
If we had gas, that thing
We're
will
gonna
weld
have some
so
gas for that
good.
bad boy next weekend, and we'll be able to do
It will weld so good with gas.
See how it does.
Because that's what that little flux wire. And flux, everybody ever use flux, you know how messy that stuff
Does
is.
it splatter over? It'll be awesome.
But it insulates, so it's cool.
Measure twice and cut once.
Don't measure it all and cut as many times as
Give
you
me
want
that
to.
damn flange, huh?
Don't measure it all and cut as many times as you want.
Yeah, just cut it and look at it. It's called eyeball, the power of the eyeball. Look at that. Look at that. Damn. Right, horseshoes. Want to go with horseshoes? No. 3 bolts. And you're ready.
Boom.
Should we bolt together? Put a little donutter in there. Not for Krispy Kreme, just regular donut. No, we're just trying to save y'all some money because that's how we do it. Everybody else will take it to the motor shop and say, here, fix this, I'll be back to pick it up. That ain't the way you do it. You can do it that way, but that ain't how we gonna do it. We try to save a man $1. Well, most of you do shit like this. A lot of you don't. A lot of you can't cringe at the thought of it.
Just piece it together.
Yeah.
So we're doing this first time doing this. We've been a lot of exhaust.
This
This is the first time doing turbo.
Yeah, it's the first time doing turbo exhaust, but I mean, what you do is you build it the best you can, and you see what breaks and see what works, and then you go back and make it better.
Mm-hmm.
That's the way we've always done it. You
Yep.
can stop it all you want to, but if it breaks, you go back and build it again.
Yep.
Yeah,
Time and time again.
that's right.
Alright, there's all this. Bolted up, lined up, welded together, and run down. My dad's figuring up his pieces underneath.
Huh?
It don't look half
Right
bad.
there, so that flange will be right there.
Sweet.
All I have to do is weld that to this sumbitch right there. See, here's what I'm talking about. Right here, we'll cut this one right here, put the other flange on this pipe, and they'll come down, they'll bolt together right there. And then I'll cut this and put it welded to this piece, and we'll have it good to go. It'll be under our damn oil pan and back up, so that's going to come up about like that right there. That's a little idea how that's going to work right there. Come right down, right back up, and the flange will be right there, and we'll bolt it together, and we can unbolt it over here, and take this side off, take that side off, and we're good to go. So put a little bit of angle on, a little bit better cut on that right there, and cut a little angle, we'll weld it together and mark it, and put our flange up there when we're done. So that's my plan. All right, back to Justin.
We got one of them donuts laying here somewhere. A little hot, huh?
Ow!
Let's put some more tacks on. Now we're off. All right, we got this piece done. Turbo's gonna go right here, that goes down, this goes down to a collector, bolts to the other collector underneath the oil pan. And that is clocking the turbo around so that the drain is facing straight down, and we went from 3/8 to big 1/2 inch drain.
Yeah, they said the drain had to be big, so I'm gonna make it a lot 1/2 inch pipe coming out of here. So. And that need to be down instead of up, so all you gotta do is take these bolts loose right there, and that thing will roll right around where you want it. You can change it all around. Piece of cake, he might do it.
Oh, that's perfect.
Yeah.
Yep. Out.
Yep.
Nice.
Run right down.
Perfect.
Should be alright.
And for anybody out there wanting to know, this port goes to this. This port goes to a computer controlled boost controller, if you want to put one on there.
Most of them just got one on it. This here's got two. So.
Yeah.
That's what that does.
But yeah, we're still making it. There's a little fittings Dad made for the oil. And this is the one that we got to make bigger now. It was for the drain.
Yeah, we'll just modify that bad boy.
Yep, went to Home Depot and got some bar fittings that are threading. We also got a good hole saw because we tried to cut a hole with a wood cutting hole saw and metal, and it not work out so well. These right here. See that? That's a big one. Man, that is big. I wonder if we'll be able to even fit that in that little plate.
Huh?
I think it will. I'm going to make the plate for the turbo that mounts. Made one, but it's too small. I made this, and it's way too thin. It'll crack and break off, I guarantee it. So I'm going to make one out of thick stuff. Try to at least.
A little thicker.
Alright, but that's what's going on. Still making pieces and stuff to turbo the Suburban. And I built a carburetor for it, and I'll tell you about that later on when I actually show you the carburetor. Yeah, we're still trying to piece it together.
We're still working. We're learning now.
Yeah, see, our theory to just throw it all together and put it on there,
That theory works.
it works, but we're still having to check, make sure this is right, and this is right, and that's right.
And you're like, ah, damn it.
Yeah. Oh, that's supposed to be, there's a right way to do stuff. Man, who'd have thought? We got a new wire for our welder. Was going to get gas, but all the gas places was closed, so we just got wire.
There's our new flange, make it a little bit thicker, so done a little drill on that, little cheap ass damn junk drill press is all we got. A little closer, just plain old stuff, cheap junky stuff, just whatever we can make. So, handmade, don't go out and buy it, don't send it nowhere, make it your damn self, if you can. Reels against, baby. There's our old one. See how thin that is? Taking it up a little bit. I think this one right here will probably break off, so I'm gonna do it this. Stay tuned. Yeah.
For the first
I gotta
time,
say this,
you
first
bought
time
a brand new
in my
one.
life I've ever owned a Milwaukee hole saw, hole dozer. Yeah, brand hammer. Look at that. That brand hammer new, dude.
Don't that just shine?
$13.90. Anyway.
Fixing to make a pretty hole.
It's a perfect fit, but I hate to scratch up that white paint, John.
Cares? Do it.
Sponsored by Milwaukee.
First one.
Yeah, first Milwaukee anything I've ever had a new bit.
I'm living it.
Nothing but the best. When you fab people, you have the best shit.
There, see? New welding helmet. New welding wire.
Welding it, boy.
Moving on up.
This one works much better right under the back gone. That thing right there.
After 10 years, this helmet has built every car we've got.
That thing has been there ever since day one. So now we got to put a little trick out there, put a little decal on this bad boy right here.
I want to pinstripe it up. I'll stripe it up.
Need a little something badass.
Customization.
That's what it needs right there is the damn.
I ought to airbrush it look like a real skull.
Yeah, what it needs right there is like the damn tough shit policy.
Oh, yes.
Tough shit.
Yes.
Yeah,
Let's
that's
do
what we
that.
put up here is just tough shit.
Yep. That works. I'll do it.
And the bird.
Yep. We'll let her ride up.
Yeah, if you don't like tough shit.
Yep. Welds ain't perfect. Tough.
That is our tough shit polisher. Everybody makes fun of your shit, and they don't like it. Well, it's just tough shit, ain't it? You don't like it? Fuck y'all.
That's it.
We do fuck with real people. You bunch of damn super pros and teaching all this shit and showing everybody shit. Y'all ain't nothing. Shut the fuck up.
Super pro.
Yeah, super pro, and I'd do it this way, and I'd do it that way, and if I'd proper this, if I'd proper this. Shut up!
Now them guys can see.
Yeah, guys, I told you we was going to use that welder. There you go. You got a rocket. I told you, real as it gets. Ha!
It might hold, we'll see.
That might not suit you big time boys, but we don't care.
Alright, ground it down and put another weld on top of it. Ground it down, got a little channel. Weld more. Now Dad's got to make another one of these.
Gotta make another one, you want a little thicker shit.
There we go.
Look at that shit. Yeah.
Old junk exhaust.
Oh yeah, dude.
Every piece. We officially have a turbo mounted.
Come there.
Check that out.
Yeah, no, no. It's got long reach.
We can find a longer piece, right?
Yeah, it is.
See, it's going to come out right there, go straight into the carburetor hat. And our exhaust is going to go right down beside the tire there. See? Out of there, down, across, joins the other exhaust. Tube comes up, goes right on the side. Wham, bam, bam. Alright, there it is. Dad has had these pieces for many, many years.
Yeah, it pretty much gives you an idea, but yeah, I have. Just bolt it on and there you go.
None of this was specially, this is no kit. This is all just...
Now we're worried about this right here, clearing this slaboo.
I bet you it'll clear. Let's set it down and see. Alright, let me pause real quick.
It's going to be a hack-a-sack.
Yeah, we're going to cut some stuff.
There you go, about 3 inches, worth like a chin.
Look at all that clearance. Nope, we are not. Now, we just got to make this run, and then we'll pull everything out and put a different motor in, brake motor in, then hook the turbo up.
Yep. Straight down of it. That's nothing. It's all
No.
I was worried about the top fit. It's about 3 inches over the top fit and something.
Dude, it's so sneaky, you never suspect it.
You never know it.
No, Suburban.
Wow. Turbonetics.
Yeah, I wish.
Bob Rigger gave me a bunch of, I don't know Bob Rigger, but him and Tony Christian got a big fight a long time ago about when they was doing Top Sportsman and all that shit, 4 Pro Mod and all that stuff come along. And he was sponsored by Turbonetics, and he gave me some decals, some of them sponsored decals. Cool as hell. I'm going to put them on this. I've had them forever.
Go for it. We'll put them in the back window. But there's about 40 seconds left on this card. So that is a wrap.
But he told me one day, he was down there at the race, he's like, Dale, he said, you know what? He said, I blowed my motor today. He said, I've got another one, air freight on the way, and it costs $70,000. I don't care. Bob Rigger.
There we go.
Yep.
Awesome.
Tony Christian both give me shirts. They got a little battle and got one of Tony Christian shooting the bird. We'll stick a picture up. He's shooting the bird. He's like, hey, Bob. Bob's like, I'm giving him a shirt. And he's like, he marked Tony Christian's name out and it started a whole
thing.
It's funny as hell, but I wound up with 2 shirts.
Nice. Well, there we go. All right, let's get on out of here.
It's on there.
Yep.
The kit came and it bolted right on.
The kit was made.
Just like they said. Yeah, that's handmade right there, bitches.
Yep.
That's handmade.
As real as it gets.
I can't believe it don't look terrible. I figured it looked like a plumber's damn box of snakes, but it ain't bad.
No, it's good. It's good. All right. This is going to have a lot of exhaust leaks because we don't have gaskets on this. And I didn't finish welding that tube right there yet. But we want to see the turbo spin. So we plumb the oil coming out of the front of the block right there, going into the top of the turbo, and then we got the drain coming out. It will be going down to the bottom, but right now we just got it running the valve cover. Hopefully it'll drain. This thing ain't gonna run but for a second. Now we're not gonna have the hat hooked up, so it won't actually put boost down into the motor. We're just gonna make sure it spins over and see what it sounds like and stuff like that. Even though we're gonna be putting a completely different motor with a completely different cam in.
Just one of the things you gotta do.
Yeah. Just want to make sure it turns.
I bet you about oil.
Yeah. That is if we can get it to start. Last time the starter wouldn't work. Yeah, been pouring rain all day. We didn't get here till like 5:30 because it just rained and rained.
Zip us ties.
Zip it tie. All right. Well, to our surprise, it fired right up. So I wouldn't have a camera going and we had an oil leak. Take two. Ain't getting nothing coming out of the turbo. Our wastegate was opened up way too far and it was held open. You want to hook it up to the carburetor? You want to hook it to the carburetor? If you don't rev the crap out of it, it could take a little bit.
Well, how you gonna tell if it even does?
Just give it just a little bit. Well, it didn't seem like until about 2,000, 2,500 when it started making it.
Look it on there. Watching it hurt.
I mean, as long as you don't rev the crap out of it, just give it a little bit. I just want to see if it'll die.
Why would it die?
Because the fuel, that carburetor's not set up to be blow through.
Let's see that much this thing.
All right. We're gonna say this carburetor has not been touched. There's nothing changed in this carburetor, so we're gonna hook it up and just see what happens. And it might, I don't know. We'll just see. Who cares?
What did it do?
Yeah, shut off or blow the bottom of the motor out. I don't know. Well, we got it working, but we just can't tell if we're making boost or not. Don't know why.
It's doing nothing.
Don't know why. When I stuck my hand out there, it pushed my hand away from it. I got to put a gauge on it, and we'll check and see if it's making boost or not. But our system works. It spins, and when you rev it, it turns up.
I figured it'd be loud than shit, but hell, the exhaust still ain't loud. Ain't got a gasket one of them.
No, not a gasket nowhere. Don't even got all the bolts in the headers.
Yeah.
There's 2 bolts in that one over there and 4 in that one.
Yeah, it'd be quite a church mouse for a motor, ain't it? Well, I don't know.
Unless that motor's so wore out, it ain't got enough oomph to spin her.
I bet you that some bitch ain't got 60 pounds of compression every single. Well, no, it's on there.
But it works. It turns, and it blows air out.
It can't help but turn. It works up.
But it's on there, and we built it.
Still more to learn, though.
What are you doing, Pooch?
What up? What's doing, George? What you doing?
This is George, the boxer, like George Foreman.
What you doing, George? What you doing, George?
Big George Foreman.
What you doing? Yeah,
It does work.
we just want to see if it'll work. It does. So.
Awesome.
I'm not sure about the details, but
Yeah, we'll figure that out later. We still got to get boost reference, fuel pressure control.
we didn't come out here and just hack us a line together. I had a piece out there and hacked that piece together. And hooked it up, just stuck the, we were about the drain back, stuck it in the valve cover, man.
It's all good. There it is, from nothing to something.
Yeah, but it does work, so.
Hey, that's a wrap. That's a success, though.
Any train. So.
It spins. Oh, it's rained all day. Soaking wet. See?
I hated buying that Spectre filter. Looked like a chromer over there digging through that.
And that actually cleared too.
Yeah, I just bought a short one. It cleared fine. It's got about 2 inches in the front. So. I just told Justin, I said, you kind of feel like a damn, looked like a chromer over there digging through that shit.
Who was it that told? Jerry Stewart told me this. He says, if it don't go, chrome it.
Yep, if it don't go, chrome it. Chrome don't get you home.
If it don't go, chrome it. Make it look pretty.
Yeah.
Well, we actually got 3 pounds of boost, and now we got oil coming out of the oil pan. The exhaust has no gaskets on them. That piece down there, you can see where it's all black from where all the exhaust is blowing out of it. It's an exhaust leak, a huge one. So it's probably only getting spooled by that side. This side's probably not even really making it all the way over there. So, you want to take us off and weld it up and hook it back up and see?
It ain't spinning fast enough.
It ain't got all the exhaust turning it.
Still ain't got enough ass. It still is not spinning.
It ain't got the exhaust running through it. It's got one side, if that, and no gaskets. It made 3 pounds. That turbo should only make 7. So we're thinking that because our exhaust isn't all welded up, that it ain't building enough exhaust pressure over there to spin it fast enough to actually build the boost. It made 3 pounds, 3 or 4 pounds. Should make about 7 or 8.
It's just a split second though, and then they shouldn't have to run it that hard. It's not spinning nowhere near fast enough. I mean, this needs to spin way faster.
Which means the exhaust is going to have to turn it faster. So let's knock this side off here, weld it up, tighten everything up, weld it up, because it's all going to be welded up anyway. And I mean, this motor's got, it smokes like crazy. It's got so much blow by. It's got so much blow by that even, I mean, I don't know. I don't even think it would have enough to really spin anything. It's just a wore out motor. Here in a minute, we're going to pull this stuff off and weld it up and see what that does. See if it makes any difference at all. We're going to check our donuts and make sure they're sealed up, and check all this, make sure it's sealed up.
We have to take out, there ain't no gaskets on this header, none of this shit.
No, there's no gaskets nowhere. It's all leaking.
I mean, to seal it all up, you have to take it all apart and take it back.
Well, at least weld that tube, because that's where it's blowing out from. That tube's all black all the way around it. This is the problem right there. I don't know if you can see. You see that tube? It ain't welded at all. And it has to go through that into the next one because they connect. See right there, every bit of the exhaust from this side is blowing out. take it loose, fix it, and then it'll make boost. I almost guarantee that's a problem. Almost guarantee it. We'll fix to find out. Alright, we got the big leaks welded up. That's bolting it back up now. We're going to try again. See what happens this time. It ought to have a noticeable difference as soon as you start it. That went up to 7 that time.
Oh, did it?
Yeah. It's working. It's still a tired old motor though.
No, the register's right there where it's supposed to.
Mm-hmm. We don't even know where that pop-off valve thing is. We could probably.
Let's loosen it up and see what it does.
Alright, I'm gonna leave that gauge there. But it's so we seen just a second ago I was able to see 7.5, 8 pounds of boost. And we don't know what RPM because we ain't got a tach hooked up, but it is working now. Yeah, so with the other motor that has it seals fine, it works good, it'll probably have way better cylinder seal than this wore out 500,000 mile turd.
It ain't got no compression, it don't have no power whatsoever. It's that port right there. So we ain't too sure if that's
right here's where we got our gauge hooked up to.
Right there.
And it went right there, right past the 5, about 7. So it is working.
We're just not used to turbo stuff at all. So
no, we're learning.
Oil's going in, oil's going out, but air's going in, air's coming in. So
yeah,
we're getting smashed. So that's all it needs.
And like we're thinking, this motor, when you turn RPM in a stock motor, it sounds like a lot more than what it actually is. Because it's straining.
I tell Justin, I said this pole heap when it turns up there, it sounds like it's going to fly all the hell. It ain't really, you know. It just ain't got no balls.
No, not at all. But we'll see. So there it is. The turbo works. That's a wrap. Now we can leave. It quit raining, so we got back to work on it.
It quit raining so we can see it work.
Hold on, you want me to take a picture of it? With this whole everything working. About $200.
Huh? Oh, I ain't get 200.
Because them little fern coes, that thing, that piping, you probably spent 30, 40 bucks on that. The turbo was 40. The welder was 50. That wire the other day and stuff for that, the helmet was 40. You including,
I forgot the damn helmet.
Yeah, you including everything you've bought to make it work.
Yeah.
Yeah, so about $200.
I forgot the helmet. Shit. Oh, well. Anyway, 7 pound boost, $200 ain't too bad, I don't guess.
It'll make more of that other one. We're going to have to be careful with the other motor. And this is pushing through, let me show you this combination
Boost
here.
is like a thing you can't see. I guess that's how come Suburban.
See that? It's got an adapter plate for a quadrijet that adapts to an adapter plate for a 2-barrel. And we're pushing all that through a little 2-barrel that's unmodified, untouched, and it's blowing out.
Shitty ass intake.
Yeah. The worst intake.
Yeah.
On a wore the slap out motor. So
the valve stem seals wore out.
Yeah.
And that, but with the turbo on there, it's smoking. It was smoking a little bit. It smokes all the time now.
Oh, it's like a freight train. But yeah, cool. Well, and our breather clears, our filter clears.
So I guess I called this one right on that. A little more exhaust pressure helped it.
Mm-hmm.
I guess you're right.
And it actually whistled. It went. So
I hear it a little bit.
That was cool.
That's what we was looking for. Get it spooling up. So it should do better though.
Yeah, if nothing else, it looks awesome.
We ain't worried about look. We don't give a shit about
I'm saying, if nothing else, at the end of the day, if the turbo don't work, that motor runs just fine without a turbo, but it still looks cool. We still did it.
The other setup, it's on there and all good, so we'll take it all off and yank the motor and put that in there and see how that does.
Yep, put the other motor in, break it in, then hook the turbo up to it.
It is a lot quieter though. I'm tickled with that.
Shaboom boom. All right, that's a wrap. Official, a wrap again.
Wrap it up one more time. Well, we lost sleep. We lost sleep, so.
Well, I'm still gonna go home and I'm gonna learn even more. I'm gonna read and figure out what all could cause it to not build boost like it ought to.
Yeah, look at there how close it is. We was all worried about hitting. Check it out. Looks like we planned it. We planned nothing.
See, clears perfectly.
Just strict eyeball. Oh, let's look.
Think we should put something to block all the water from getting flung up on your turbo, or
Do what?
should we put something under there like some kind of shield to keep all the water from getting thrown up on the turbo when you're driving in the rain? I think it'll be fine. Well, anyway, that's wrapping.
We can put a hyper fender well in it.
We might do something to keep it dry.
Yeah, that's what we could do. We could put that fender well in the on it and bring it up to where it comes up under the turbo, and it's just half of it.
Mm-hmm.
And yeah.
Just do something to
Yeah,
protect
that'd be
it.
cool. Just coat out around the turbo and it'd block all that off.
Yeah, we might do that. All right, well, that's a wrap.
Yeah, sure.